Well, she's a contest winner that was flown all the way to Hollywood. She joins us on the show. One more time, and Natalka Roshak also goes by N.R.M. Roshak. Nice to have you here.
It's so nice to be here, Dylan.
How long ago was that then? So it was a few months back. We were talking about you going to this amazing event, and now here you're back. You've gone, you've come back. Pretty exciting.
I've gone, I come back older and wiser.
Yeah, wiser for sure. Not much older, okay? Now, you went to the L. Hubbard Achievement Awards, and that happened in April. Okay, so how did you get to be a part of this event? What was the process?
So, Dylan, this is a contest anyone can enter who's not a pro writer or illustrator in the field of science fiction and fantasy. So this is a contest for people who love science fiction, fantasy, writing or illustrating, and are just starting out. And you can send in your writing or your illustration. There's a contest every quarter. There's about 1,000 entrants on the writing side. And it's free to enter, and every quarter anyone can send it in.
Okay, so how many people then did you say? Did you say thousands of people enter this contest?
I was told that every quarter there's about 1,000 stories entered.
Wow. Okay, so how many were chosen?
So they choose 3 winners every quarter and some finalists, and some of the finalists are published, and everyone gets a critique from the judges if you're a finalist or semi-finalist. So even if you're not a winner, there's a lot of good to come out of it.
And you are a winner.
Yay.
You won.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So exciting. Now, the story is called A Bitter Thing.
A Bitter Thing.
Now, what's the story about?
A visiting alien falls for Amy the moment he sees her. It seems to be love at first sight, and she can't help but return his feelings, but can she really trust her understanding of the feelings of someone so different from her?
How did you come to create that?
Oh, it was a lot of fun to write. It's your basic cross-cultural misunderstanding with an alien at it.
Okay. Well, here we are. You are at the amazing event. So here you are receiving the award, which is actually with us, which is pretty cool. How did that feel when you were accepting that award up on stage?
Oh, that was amazing. That is actually, the fellow there in the tux is actually Robert J. Sawyer, one of my personal writing heroes, Canada's best-known science fiction writer, and he was the one to give me the award. It was amazing meeting him, and I felt so very honored.
And there you are giving a speech. So how long did your speech go for?
They told us 1 minute and 30 seconds, and I think I nailed 1 minute 28.
Oh, really?
I just had a lot of people to thank.
Well, you're good at word editing, I guess, right?
Yes.
Word economy. Okay, so how did you like Hollywood? What was it like down there?
Hollywood was great. It was warm, it was sunny, and I saw almost none of it. So we spent most of our time in the writing workshop, and that's just how I wanted it. It was great.
Yeah, okay, so you did attend a writing workshop. So how long were you in the writing workshop for?
So it's a week-long workshop. It's all expenses paid, hotel, most of the meals, the travel. And it's a really unique workshop, and then it focuses both on the craft of writing and the business of writing. Most that I know of do one or the other. And this is a very intense week. It's sort of drinking from the fire hose. You learn from a lot of big names in the science fiction field who come in and give you an hour's worth of tips on business or craft. And then there's longer sessions with David Farland and another author that were really helping us learn. And I learned so many things that I haven't had a chance to apply yet. It was great.
Okay, so how many other writers were in attendance with you?
So there were 12 writers total this year.
Okay. Did you make friendships?
Yes, I made friendships. That was one of the best parts, was meeting other people in the same place in their writing career as I am, and we've kept in touch. We're exchanging stories and tips and all that, yes.
So what parts of the world would they have come in from?
Well, my roommate Vita was from the Philippines, and she had an amazing story that was Beauty and the Beast recast in Filipino folklore. So just incredible. She, I think, was from the farthest away.
That's something else. Yeah. You had a roommate.
I did. That's something else too. It's been a while. But I got to be exotic because I was Canadian, so I don't get that every day either, right? It's mainly Americans, although it's open to people from around the world. And I would love to see more Canadians hear about this and enter. It's writersofthefuture.com. And like I said, anyone can enter pretty much any time.
Okay. How did this help you as a writer, just to attend these workshops, to be down there?
Well, I met a lot of writing buddies, and I met some people who have been writing for a long time and tried to soak up their advice. And I learned a lot of tips about the business of writing that it would have taken me years to figure out, and things I can't use yet. Things like, when you're writing your novel, here's what to look for in the contract. Well, I'm writing that down because I'll use that in the future. Right now I'm writing short stories and trying to get those published. That's sort of way ahead of me. So I learned things that I'll use now with the craft of writing, and things I'll be looking back at my notes for 10 years to see what was it that I learned at Writers of the Future. So it was really just mind-blowing.
Okay, so you have the book with you right now.
Yes.
It's in your hands. Writers of the Future, Volume
Writers of the
34.
Future, Volume 34.
Wow. So how does it feel to have your work published in that book?
It's pretty incredible. I've had work published in a couple places before, but this I think is the first one that's been major distribution on Amazon with publicity and all the like real stuff of a real writer, and sharing a table of contents not only with the friends that I made, but with a couple of well-known writers. And I'd love to give this to you, Dylan.
Really?
Yes.
Ha,
Thank
well,
you
that's
so much.
amazing. Thank you. That's incredible. And it must feel good as well to have your book, or sorry, your writing published in a book that has the words L. Ron Hubbard Presents on the front cover. That's got to be pretty exciting.
It's something else. L. Ron Hubbard, many people know him mostly about Scientology, but before he did that, he was a very, very prolific fiction writer.
Yeah.
And the contest was, he started after he wrote a major science fiction epic series as a way to give back specifically to the science fiction community. So he's known for two things, and one of them is he's very prolific writing in a number of fields. And another amazing thing is the illustrations. Every author got an illustration, and I was blown away by the work that Jasmine Richardson did for my story.
That's
just amazing.
Wonderful. About 30 seconds left, and I just need to know about your future aspirations as a writer. What are you hoping to do now?
Just a lot more writing, Dylan. I've got so much work to do. I learned so many things I want to apply to my writing, and now I need to find time to just write and write. I'm working on a story now that came out of one of the exercises at the workshop. So I'm trying to get that finished, send it out, and just keep on writing.
That's amazing. About 20 seconds, quick tips. How can somebody just keep going?
So I learned the 3 rules of being a writer. Number 1 is write. Number 2 is finish what you write. And number 3 is once it's done, don't rewrite it. So keep on writing.
Just go
and
for it.
if you're interested in this contest, keep submitting. I met people who submitted 28 times and won. So
Thank you very
keep on
much.
trying.
Natalka Roshak, amazing. Good work.
Thank
More
you,
daytime
Dylan.
coming up.